Hey YouTube, 12 gauge guns here with another gun review. But first, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, guys. I really appreciate all the views I've been getting on these videos. This week's gun review is the SigSauer SP2022. Really like this one. This one is chambered in 40 caliber Smith & Wesson. And let's take a look at some of this week's highlights.
SigSauer SP2022.
Well, now he's comparing it to a SigSauer 40 caliber. Alright, so here we're looking at the SigSauer SP2022. We picked this one up a while ago. We picked it up used for around $300. I would say new, these price point from what I've seen at around $350 to the $400 range. This one is chambered in 40 Smith & Wesson. We've shot this one a good bit at the range. I do like it. My stepfather likes it a lot. It's definitely one of his more favorite guns. I will say that it's pretty snappy in my opinion. So that's just something to know, as you probably saw in the video and I mentioned. But it's also, in my opinion, pretty accurate. The sights are spot on. It's got the 3-dot opaque sights, as you guys can see here. These are pretty spot on in my opinion. You know, it's a SIG. What else can I say about it? It's got the stainless steel upper with a nitron finish on it, and it has some serrations up here. And then the lower, as it said, is made in Germany listed on the gun, and it's from the SIG Pro line. And it has some stippling and can also change out these back straps, which is pretty cool. The front here has a little bit of stippling as well as I'm not sure if you guys can see, but some stippling or kind of like some ribs up front, like a groove for you to put maybe your second hand's index finger. Just a nice little addition to the gun. It also has the Picatinny rail here to attach a light or laser combination, which is nice. And as you can see, there is a good bit of wear. Like I mentioned, we did pick this one up used. You can also see the wear up here on the slide, just from, you know, it being used so much. I'm not sure how much it was fired before we got it. It came with one 12-round mag that's steel with a pinky extension, which is nice. What else can I say? This model here is double action and single action, which is nice. It has the hammer, as you can see. So let's look at what it looks like. Let's put the magazine back in. Let's look at what it looks like in double action. See what the trigger pull is. And the reset. Not too bad. You know, I think they're listing it at 10 pounds, but in my opinion, that seems a little high. It's pretty crisp. And let's see what the single action trigger pull, as you could see, it moved it a good bit down. So, you know, it's got a real nice reset, nice single action trigger pull, nice double action trigger pull, in my opinion. It has a decocker here on the side, which is nice. So you can see this will kind of pull the I guess you call it a cocker, I'm not sure. It'll pull that back up safely without firing around and moving the trigger back up into a safe position, which is nice. One thing to note that I don't really like, it's just how big this slide release is. Sometimes it's real hard to get this to catch and just the way it's also hooked into the pin that you would remove to take down the gun. I don't really care for that, you know, all too much. Let's try and get this slide to catch. There we go. You know, sometimes it just takes a little bit of working it in for me to get it. What else can I say about this thing? This thing is, you know, it is on the much bigger side. It's a lot bigger than, you know, the Glock that I shown you guys, a lot bigger than the Taurus. It's maybe around the size of the Taurus G3, more along that size, you know. It's they're listing it at 7.4 inches overall length with a 3.9 inch barrel, and they're saying it's 29.9 ounces unloaded. And to me, it is pretty heavy. It feels real top heavy. You know, that's because they chose to go with a full stainless steel slide and a lower polymer finish. I'm not sure why they did that, and maybe that adds to some reason as to why it feels like it has a good bit of kick. But you know, it's still, in my opinion, it's a good gun. You know, it's a SigSauer, getting it at around $400. If you guys come across one of these, I would say it's not a bad one to add to your collection. I do like the gun. It is snappy. As you can see, it's big enough for all three of my pinky fingers to fit on here. They don't even really reach the extension because my hands are so small. It's just something else to note. If you got bigger hands, you may like this more than me. What we were shooting at the range, just so you guys can see, was some 40 Smith & Wesson Winchester 180 grain full metal jackets. Kind of have, you know, just the lead exposed tip, flat nose, bullet, you know, nothing special. Alright guys, so that was our review on the SigSauer SP2022. Remember to like and subscribe to 12 Gauge Guns. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Thank you guys all for watching, all the views I've been getting. I really appreciate it. And be sure to check in next week and see what gun we're reviewing next.